Welcome back to the Global Builders Guide, episode 10. I'm Enigmas, and today we're doing a very brief update because if I don't do one of these every so often, people kind of wonder if I've given up, if I've forgotten about it, what the hell's going on. So, progress has been made, but mostly in the area of tracking down things that weren't working and then making them work so that we can move forward. That's the idea. We're here. Where else but at the shack with the central computer, the towers. I've taken the computers down from these towers, and the one that was on the nerd pole is also gone, and they've been relocated. They're being pressed into service as GPS relay computers over there. Even though I haven't got the GPS system set up properly over there, it's mostly the relay end of things that we're looking at. You can see here, if I can get the right angle for you guys, we've got 5 GPS relay computers and 1 builder turtle registered to the central computer right now. Now, one of the things that I noticed when I was moving everything is that the relay part of things wasn't really working so well, but when I was testing everything in such a small area, I was getting lucky bounces and things were working because it just happened to work with the way this small space was. As soon as we spread it out over a long distance, things weren't working. And it took me the better part of 2 days to get it sorted out as to why. And there's still more work to be done in terms of solving the issue properly. In the short term, it's working adequately that I'm able to send instructions from the central computer to the turtle, who is way the hell over there. So that's a win right there. The only instruction that I can send right now is the instruction for the turtle to relocate to specific coordinates within the world. That's how I got the turtle over there. Now, up to this point, every time I had to move a turtle, it involved writing a script or editing a script to give the turtle explicit movement commands saying, move 10 blocks this way, turn, move 3 blocks that way. Every time I would make one of these towers to test the building routines and something would go wrong, I would have to tear down the tower, edit the script to move the turtle back to its start position, and start over. And there were times when a single tower involved 10 of these teardowns and rewrites just to get the turtle back to a position where we could fix the code and try again. So that's one of the things that I've been working on. Is very happy to have the option now. If I want to send the turtle to specific coordinates, I can now give it specific instructions to say go here, and it goes. Now, one of the ways that I found out that this wasn't working was I sent it over off in the distance, and I had one of the manual coordinates that I'd entered for the turtle wrong because the GPS system, all the computers were down, it wasn't set up properly. So the turtle didn't move exactly where it should have. So I said, okay, well, let's fix this, blah, 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 and try again to make it move. And that's when I found out that the signal, the instruction, wasn't reaching the turtle. So that's kind of giving you an overview of what's been going on and what I've been trying to figure out and sort out. And like I say, it's sorted out now, and I've got some ideas to make the system work that much better. One of the concerns that I have, and we're going to fly over to where the turtle is, but while we're on our way, is I want this system to work on a server in such a way that other people's computers with wireless modems aren't going to interfere with this network, all these computers and the turtles going on, and we're not going to interfere with them. That's the whole idea, is we want to be careful about where we're sending messages and how we're receiving them so that, Bob often, the other mountain over there is messing around with his computer and he's sending commands that we're picking up because we're being indiscriminate about what messages we're receiving, and all of a sudden our network crashes because he's sending a message that we don't understand. So that's something that I have to keep in the back of my mind. It's not enough to just simply write routines for survival single player and expect that everyone's going to be happy with that. So you can see down here we've got my little hut, my supply hut that I built it. It's sitting there. I haven't had a chance to get around to writing the turtle supply routines, but that's fine. There's no deadline on this. We've still got our intermediate sized base. I haven't really had a chance to work on that since the last time, but what I did do is I finished the double helix tower, just to give you an idea of the size of this tower relative to these ones, which were, I mean, we'll go up here, roughly to the top of the tower. It's not a bad sized tower if you're trying to, for example, set up a GPS system in an area where you're going to be doing a lot of building. You don't need big towers. And also, if you're trying to build up to a long-range relay system, these are good intermediate towers to have. But if you're trying to have long-range relays, more altitude is better. So you can see this is approximately the height of the other tower, relatively speaking, right? So we come straight across, and then we've got all that extra height all the way up here, and the world sure looks kind of funny. Actually, I found out there's the moon. We can see through the world and see the moon down there. If we do this at night, the sun is actually down there. That's what tipped me off. So we're going to come down here, show you what I have been working on. Here's our turtle. And I set up this block of cobblestone. Previously, this was actually all flat dirt. You can see I've been doing a little bit of landscaping. So this was basically a block of cobblestone amongst a bunch of dirt and grass, so that I could mark the specific spot where I wanted the turtle to go. And he made it all the way to the X and Z coordinates, basically the horizontal plane, but he was one block too high. And that's when I had to make the change. I corrected all the issues. I found out there was an error with the coordinates, fixed them, tried to send the message to make him move again, and that's when I found out it didn't work. So one of the things that I did with the routine to make the turtle move is it will allow you to specify, call it a cruising altitude for the turtle. So if you're in like really hilly terrain, or if you're operating in a forest, or you're doing something and you just want the turtle to go up and go right over all of it without having to navigate around and try and figure out pathing, you can do that, and then it'll automatically, based on that, raise to the cruising altitude, move to the selected coordinates on the X and Z, and then drop down to its designated Y coordinate. So that's what I've been doing there. Just to get a freaking turtle to move outside the wireless modem range of the central computer. That's it. That's all I've been doing. Now, when this wasn't working and I needed time to think and figure out exactly what the hell it might be that was causing it to not work, I was here flattening out all of this with my trusty power tool, my power glove with the mining, and you can see I've got a little bit left to do. But you can see where I put cobblestone to kind of fill in the different areas. It gives you an idea of the size of the area that I'm working with here. You can I'm drawing out the rectangle here all the way along and then down that way. I might expand it out more still. It just kind of depends. And then this area that I'm flattening is going to be the workspace for, call it an advanced build. I've got the basic build. Actually, no, I don't. I don't even have coordinates for the shack, because who needs coordinates for a shack? I've got the intermediate towers. I've got the double helix towers. We will have the intermediate base once it's finished and surveyed. And then we want to have sort of a larger facility that you can start working on, feed the turtles materials as you have it, that basically houses everything that you could want, ideally looks super cool, and that you can also customize. So the turtle will build the structure as it exists in the coordinate file, and then you can come along and change it however you like. You can change the shape, you can add windows, add doors, add sneaky traps, whatever you want to do. And it gives me an opportunity to do something in the game besides just write and test code, because sometimes I get a little bit tired and then I can't write code anymore, but I can dig and I can place blocks pretty easy, but the coding is just, my brain stops. So still plenty to do. I'd hoped to have another snapshot of the code for you this episode, but I don't think that's going to happen just because I've made so little progress. But the steps taken to get to that little bit of progress were pretty substantial. So I'm not unhappy with the amount of progress that I've had. I would like to see more, and there will be more, but this is just another one of those places where it just ground to a halt while I was trying to figure out some things that I thought were working and needed a bit of tweaking to get working on a grand scale. So that's where we're at. I don't want to go on and on and on and on about this. The next episode, this will all be clear. We might have some work started on the megastructure, and we'll have more progress done on the turtle and central computer routines. Might have some more double helix towers built in this area to set up our GPS network. All kinds of things that we can do, and the only way you're going to find out what we've done is to tune in for the next episode, whenever that might be, hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, the easiest way to be notified when I add a new video is to subscribe. And in the meantime, thanks for watching, guys, and take care.